players came together at an event held up by the Executives Club of Chicago to answer any questions or concerns when it comes to the legalization of marijuana come 2020. Now, the first round of license applications are set to come around in October. They are due January 1st. And at the event, I was able to chat with State Representative Kelly Cassidy, and it was the one who actually helped shape the legislation. And for those who don't want to get involved in the industry, she says, but may want to be up for owning a dispensary, they've added license categories to create more opportunities.
Providing security, providing the graphic designers, the packaging designers, all of those pieces. This industry is more than just the licensed components. It's to make sure that we are encouraging the existing folks and others in the industry to make use of contractors who come from the disproportionately impacted areas as well.
Now, for those starting up a business, Cassidy says a dispensary in the state of Illinois can cost about $1 to $2 million. That's from the application process all the way to opening the doors. And to open a full-size establishment, it's $8 to $12 million. Now, we know that's a lot of money, and to help with that, Cassidy says they've created funds to address some of the fees and provide waivers as relief. There are also other online resources provided by her office and the state's attorney's office. So what about those who want to get licensed but have a criminal record? Well, as long as they meet the requirements for expungement, Cassidy says they'll be able to apply and that they can also get help.
There are significant grants to civil legal aid organizations to make sure that if you don't want to wait for your 20-year-old record to be gotten to, you can begin that process and there will be legal support available for you to do so.
So yesterday I was able to spend some time at an event called The Future of Cannabis in Illinois. Many heavy hitters in the marijuana business were there, including Wanda James, who's the CEO and founder of Simply Pure, a dispensary in Colorado. In fact, James was the first African-American woman to own a dispensary in that state. She says, as a woman of color in the industry, one challenge is the cultural stigma surrounding marijuana. James told me the cannabis industry was built on mass incarceration, and people of color have paid the price. The Cook County State's Attorney's Office estimates almost 800,000 marijuana cases are eligible for expungement under these new regulations, and most of those are from Black and brown communities. Still, James has high hopes for the industry only if the top companies and leaders value equity.
These larger companies must be equitable, not diverse. So in other words, if you have 6 white women on your board of directors, you are not equitable. White women were not put into jail for this plant. Black and brown people were.
Although James started her business in Colorado, she says there are some things that Illinois can learn, such as allowing the industry to thrive, not being overly zealous in taxing, and building the industry on equity. I asked about the fear of the feds shutting down investments or plans before legalization kicks in. James says there is no way that is going to happen.
This industry will be bigger than the NFL by the end of 2020. In Colorado alone, we have done $1 billion in sales per year. There is not a U.S. congressman, a U.S. senator that is going to come back to their state, their city, their municipality and say, oh, we're going to end cannabis.